Hey, you know what else happened this week, don't you, Brian?
What's that?
Kayfabe. The word kayfabe is officially in the dictionary. In the Merriam Webster dictionary, from what I understand. That's what I gleaned from looking at it.
So what do you think about that?
Is this the first time that a word has ever been added to the dictionary, and by the time it made it, nobody knew the definition of it anymore?
Did you see what the definition was that they listed?
Well, that's as good as anything else, but I'm just talking about nobody in the particular field and business that spawned it currently knows how to observe it now that it's in the goddamn dictionary. And if they had known how to observe it, it wouldn't be in a dictionary. I had been in around the wrestling business as a photographer. I'm going to say a year and a half, 2 years before I ever heard any of the boys utter the word. And I still didn't know what it really meant first until I figured it out from the application when I heard it a couple of times. I'm serious. I think it was probably, a year or two before I even heard any of the boys would just utter it around me in application of something else that might have been going on across the room or whatever, or in a joking manner. They didn't bandy it around that much in the business around people that needed to be kayfabed, and nobody at that point knew that I was smart, nor was I really, now that I know what smart is, was I smart? But now it's in the fucking dictionary. It's like, I guess is it the same thing when the mafia godfathers, read the exposés in the paper, the commission, and the way that this thing of ours, the way they did things, did they have a sad feeling like, this thing of ours is now the thing of everybody's?
I think it's like now where all the mafia guys have like podcasts and talk about all their fun adventures back in the day. It's a weird thing. It has, I guess, more than we even realize, seeped into general society. Do you feel you'll fit in more with the fact that people will be using this in everyday common conversations?
Well, no, now we've got to figure out some way else to speak so people don't understand. So the people don't understand what the fuck we're saying. We've got to figure out some other language to use now. And nobody uses carny anymore properly, but everybody kind of knows what it is. Should we go with the Alfie Arnie instead of the Kiz Arnie, the Calf Arnie? Would that be a new wave? But then the rappers will steal that. I don't know. It doesn't have the same ring. No. Drizop, Dizown, Bizzotti, Slizam is Drowfop, Dowfound, Balfoti, Sloufam.
Would this classify as technically the absolute death of kayfabe? The fact that it's being publicly acknowledged in a dictionary?
Yes, because actually this is a thing where once you actually know it exists, it can't exist anymore. Can it? And I mean, and by the way, in Behind the Curtain, my best-selling graphic novel, which will be back on sale at jimcornette.com this Saturday. More on that in a few minutes. I do have a glossary of wrestling terms, and kayfabe is in there because of the clientele and the audience that the book is aimed for. But now just every fucking quilting bee and sewing circle of elderly white women sitting down to play Scrabble with a dictionary, we'll be able to read about kayfabe. It's insane to me. And that exactly more people, again, kayfabe is a thing that's more popular and more well-known now than ever before, and nobody's doing it. And the more people have found out about it, the less the people in the particular field of endeavor that spawned it bother to fuck with it anymore. It's a dichotomy. Or as Bob Orton Jr. said one time, it's a paradox, and that's not a couple of brain surgeons or a place to park two boats.
All right, well, this has been the dictionary portion of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Next week's word, what will next week's word be?
Next week's word will be new co-host.
Hey,